Oh yes, we are back again with another delicious okra soup. I'm just laughing because this was nice. Yes, the review for this okra soup. Oh my goodness. You have no idea. It was so nice. Yes. So today I just decided to share with you, and you know very well that I always make it easiest way. No long talk, okay? You don't have to add a lot of things. So let's start with today's activity. I have with me my fresh okra, very fresh. So for you to know if the okra is good, you have to just, you see, this one is bad. Yes, if it is not able to break like this one, it means the okra is over matured, so you have to discard it like the one you saw earlier. So now I've shared with you how to know if your okra is good or it's not good. Okay, we will just go ahead and then wash our okra very well because it is coming far away from somewhere. So we wash it very well and then we can proceed. And after that we will just cut the head and then start. Okay. It is very easy to do so. You can as well just do it using your hand or doing it without a chopping board. Trust me, we are not like majority of we Africans. You see this one too? Yes, it means it's not good. Majority of we Africans, we are not that used to the chopping board. Okay, yes, but when it comes to okra, I love to use the chopping board because when I was using my hand, when I used to use the hand, I remember there was a day that I touched my husband or I held the hand and he was like, "Hey, what is going on here? Your hand is very rough." Like sandpaper. So I don't want to experience that again. Okay, I just want my hand to be like a woman, very smooth and soft. So that is why I don't use my hand anymore. But there are so many ways you can cut it using your hand and you won't get that rough texture. Okay, or your finger, using your doing it using one finger. Okay, yeah, I'll share with you in another video. Now I have with me here my ademe. You can call it a yuyu, some people will call it jute leaves, ewedu, anyhow you call it. Okay, wash it very well. I got this from my garden and oh my goodness, it was so nice. So after washing it, I will just go ahead and then discard the water and then I'll come back so that we can continue with today's activity. Another ingredient I'm going to introduce to you is my onion. Okay, we are going to add onion to our okra. I have always mentioned it here that I have never used kanwa for my food before, being like using it to cook beans, okra or anything. I've never used it before. So this is the perfect akanwa you will use. Okay, and then if you want to add some baking powder, you can go ahead and do so. I'll go ahead and then add water to my ingredients. See, sometimes the problem is coming from the okra. Okay, if you don't get that perfect okra, you can even add akanwa to it and later you realize that it is not slimy. And yeah, so you always have to make sure you get that perfect okra. The trick I shared with you earlier. Okay, you should get okra that is perfect. And then we have types of okra. So for me, I know the type that I'm supposed to buy. When you are going to buy the okra, you have to get the one you just saw. Okay, it should look like that. But if you look different way, when you use it for your soup, you will get it like it will not be slimy. Okay, even if you add kanwa or baking soda or anything to it. So know how to choose the right okra. Okay, that is just by the way. I will just go ahead and then give it a stir, allow it to be on fire for some time. I always start preparing my okra with some more or little water before later I add more to it. Okay, I have added some kakao to my okra. And if you've been watching me for some time now, you know that I am the kako president. I love kako. My husband will be like, my wife always sneeze when she comes closer to perfumes, but she will never sneeze when she is closer to kako. Be a money. Can you imagine? But trust me, it's been 2 years I stopped eating kako, just for some personal reason. Okay. But I will start eating kako very soon. I'll just go ahead and then add my tuna to it. Okay, our wire papibi. That is my tuna or poku. I will just add that to it. You need to wash it very well before you add it. So I washed it about 3-4 times before adding it to the soup. You can see it is very clean. I have another fish that is openie misa. Okay, it is similar to a fish that I shared the recipe with you here. The name will be on the screen, maybe. I've added that to it as well. So that is openie misa, tuna, and then kako. I'll be adding another type of fish as well later. Okay, I decided to throw some pepper in there because the soup I'm going to prepare, I will not be adding a lot of pepper to it because I just want everyone to enjoy. What I just added was my pepper, ginger, garlic, onion that I blended. Okay, I'll just give it a stir, and then I fried my my oil with some onions. I've added that to the soup as well. I'll give it a stir. I told you earlier, and you know already, that we always do it in a shabu shabu way, or in an easier way. Okay, we don't waste time in the kitchen, but always the food is delicious. All recipes that are prepared in a simple way are always delicious. So I've added my adame to it. I'll just give it a stir, wait for some few minutes or till that the meat is well cooked, and then we continue. I'll give that a stir. If you want to add any seasoning to your soup, you can go ahead and add it. The seasoning I just added is my salt. I'll give it a stir, and just look at the soup. It looks so delicious. I'll go ahead and then add my odoi and then opa. That is the name of the 2 fishes I've added. Okay, odoi and then opa. Give it a stir and then wait for a while. Just look at the soup. Oh my goodness, I just felt like drinking some from the screen. This was so nice, and all the fishes that we used, they are intact. Okay, nothing is mashed in there. Thank you so much. Our soup is ready. So I come your way next time. Please don't miss the next upload because you can't afford to miss it. It is going to be brutal. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.